guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're doing this cool tone glam look. I'm actually going to a little Halloween get together this evening that is more like a kid friendly event. So yeah, I just wanted to do some pretty makeup and I'm gonna put some little wolf ears on or something. I'm not sure. I have no costumes that I'm in the mood for today, but anyway, I just want to create a pretty cool tone look using the Stone Cold Fox palette. We're kind of duping the vibes of the 90s palette from Vieve, and yeah, this is the look I came up with. And if you want to see how I got this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know some more looks you would like to see and some thoughts on the subjects we discuss within this video. We're going to talk about Halloween movies. We're talking about the new Monsters by Rob Zombie. Let me know how you feel about it. And we talk about Hellraiser because I just watched both of those last night. So yeah, if that interests you, go ahead, keep on watching. Without further ado, let's get into this makeup look. Hey y'all, good morning. It's a little after morning. It's 11 a.m. I slept in just a tad today. It's Saturday. I said we can sleep in just a smidge. I thought my husband would wake me up when he got home. No, I was out. I usually wake up right before he pulls in the driveway when he's working nights, because my alarm goes off, you know, like right about that time. And no, didn't hear him pull up. Barely registered that he got in bed. So cheers, we got some coffee this morning. And today I'm actually going to be going to it's a kids Halloween party, but also a lot of, the parents, adults are going to be there as well. It's just a Halloween party that's kid friendly. That's what I'm going to today at a friend's house. My friend's little girls are technically throwing it. They sent out cute little invites and it was very, very sweet. And yeah, I'm just going to throw on my little wolf ears. So I'm going to do a pretty cool tone makeup look today. It's a daytime event. I'm not looking to be glam or anything too crazy or like Halloween makeup. I just wanted to do a pretty look. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a cool tone look. I'm also very inspired by Jamie Genevieve's new palette with Vieve, the 90s palette. But I don't need it. That's the thing. I want it, but I absolutely do not need it. I have so many palettes that look just like that. While I love the jaguars on the front and the inspiration of her tattoos, I think it's absolutely stunning. I love jaguars, so I thought that was just really cool. But you know what I do have that can dupe the whole vibe, as Hannah Louise Poston says, dupe the vibe. I love her concept videos of that concept of videos of just duping the vibe of a new launch. Love it. But Stone Cold Fox, perfect palette for this. We have basically all the colors that are in the Vieve palette here. So let's just go for it. I don't want to sound like I'm like bad mouthing the Vieve palette, because I'm not. I want it. I love Vieve. I love Jamie Genevieve. But I just absolutely do not need that palette. I just want it because it's hers, right? So anyway, let's get started here. We're going in with this shade right here called Dreamful, which is pretty much a matte white. And we're going to hit the brow bone with this and maybe a little bit on the inner part of the eye. I've already primed my eyes, obviously, and half did my brows. And when I say half did my brows, it means I put brow gel in. That's it. And I'm gonna go in with my little brow pen when I'm done. I just posted an updated brow routine if that interests you. I also was a doofus and titled it 2020 when I meant 2022, because I think I was still a little groggy from pain medicine that day when I posted it, so my brain was not working at its full capacity. Because if you haven't caught up with any of my vlogs or anything lately, hey, this little shade has glitters in it. I just noticed it. I just had a kidney stone and it was really bad. So I was kind of out of commission. That's why my videos have been a little spotty lately too, because I've been dealing with that. Okay, and put a little bit of this right here. I want to brighten up just the whole kind of eye area. I'm trying to decide what placement I want to go with. I think I'm going to do a bit of a siren eye placement. Like, I think we'll go put a little bit of darkness maybe on the inner corner. Like here and then out here. Okay, good enough. Alright, I'm going to take some eyeliner real quick before we really dive in. This is the Colleen Rothschild Smoke and Smudge eyeliner in Cold Black. We're going to take some of this, give it a little sharpen, and I'm just going to kind of sketch a little areas that I want smoky. It's going to be like kind of the outer corner, inner corner a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy smoky on the lower lash line, however, because I do have watery eyes. I'm going to be outside, and my allergies are just... you know, on one as per usual. Oh, there's my little towel to clean my... I'm looking for my mirror. Sorry. Where the heck did my mirror go? I had a mirror around here, but it's just left the chat, apparently. Okay, so we'll just use whatever mirror I've got in front of me, which is this one. Like, I have a mirror, like, right here, but I need to... I have bad vision, so... Anyway, I'm going to take this right here. Just at the right at the root of the lash, and then come from this outer corner and just come out. I've been really liking just doing eyeliner like this, where I'm taking it more from the lower lash line. Okay, and then on the inner part, I'm just gonna come right here. And I'm gonna grab a little smudgy brush. This little guy. And just soften that up a bit. And you see that little bald patch, my outer corner, nothing's won't stick to it because it's watery. So I'm gonna kind of work around that. Ooh, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. I haven't been up that long to eat. I have to wait an hour to eat with one of my medicines. And half the time I get started doing something, waiting for that hour to pass, and then don't eat for like 3 hours. The joys of thyroid medicine. Just kind of a rough idea of what I want to do here. It makes my eyes look so much like longer when I do that. Okay, roughly sketched the shape out. Kind of a mess, but that's okay. I am not worried about being a little messy at this point. That's why we have our good friend Q-tips. I'm going to grab a flat brush here. This is a lay down brush from Sonia Kashuk. And I'm going to use that to apply my next shade. What shade do I want to use? I think I'm going to go with the shade called Obsidian. Which is funny because it does not look like obsidian at all. It's kind of a burgundy brown shade right here. And I'm going to take that over where I applied the black eyeliner, and then we'll kind of blend it a little bit up. And yeah, see where it goes. So take this on a flat brush from Sonia Kashuk. It's a lay down brush. And let's pat this on. Where did it? Okay. I'm going to start by patting it. Oh, yeah, that's the color. Right out here. Over the liner, and then I'm just going to softly kind of start blending it. Does anyone watch the new Monsters movie? The Rob Zombie one? We watched it last night. We went over to my friend's house and we had gumbo and watched spooky movies. Well, we watched Hellraiser first while we ate dinner, which is not a movie you want to eat, like eat dinner while you're watching. And that's still one of my favorite movies ever, though. Like, I love Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. Those are the best horror movies in my opinion. Just the creativity there. Very different for that time. Anyway, after that, as a palette cleanser, because we were introducing my friend's little boy to Hellraiser. We're like, let's watch something cute before we send him home. He's 14. I mean, it's not that big a deal. But anyway, just to watch something cute and hang out, we watched the new Monsters. And oh my goodness, that is the cutest movie ever. I loved it so much. I don't know. I haven't heard hardly anything about it. Like, are people liking it? Well, I mean, I don't care if they are, but like, was talking about it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I was a huge fan of the Munsters growing up, like the TV show. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid. And I think they did a great job on it. It was cheesy, it was cute, it was just cute and funny. Like everything that I would want it to be. I liked the guy that was playing Herman, and I kind of like seeing the little bit of like a backstory. The ending was a little anticlimactic, like, oh yay, they got money. What was that ending was just very, I don't know, it just felt weird. But it shows, you know, how they get the house on Mockingbird Lane and all that. It was very cute. I feel like they just got tired of writing the script at the very end and were just like, okay, we're done. I'm not like a huge fan of the Rob Zombie movies. I don't care for the gratuitous gore type of thing. And I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just over that whole grindhouse type of stuff where it's just gory and extreme just to be gory and extreme. And like funny. Like I didn't care for Quentin Tarantino's Grindhouse. Like I went and saw it at the theater because I thought I think it was cool when I was like, you know, it first came out and I was probably 20. But I don't know, I just got really burnt out on that kind of cinema. And like House of a Thousand Corpses, I just didn't care that much about it. And as an adult now, I'm like, I really just, I don't know, not into it. Which is, I like Rob Zombie though. I like him as a person. I think he's an interesting fella. And I like that he makes, you know, the movies he wants to make and all that. They're just not my taste. But like, me sitting here complaining about gratuitous gore and talking about watching Hellraiser. In Hellraiser, all that gore makes sense. It goes with the story. It just works. And something about the way it was filmed was so cool. And my friend Robertson are making fun of the effects. And I'm like, these effects, aside from like the like laser effect or whatever it is coming out of the box, the gore itself to me looks more disturbing and realistic than a lot of stuff you see in movies now. I like those movies from like the 80s and 70s, like the way that they would create the horror and stuff was very just, ooh, like The Thing. Oh, that to me is far more creepy than CGI any day. The Thing is another one of my favorite horror movies. I like those kinds of movies. But I always loved Hellraiser. I think it's just an interesting story. I've read the book years and years ago. I've read some other stuff from Clive Barker back then, and I really was into it. I don't know how I used to read stuff like that to go to sleep at night. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just become a little bit more sensitive, I guess, these days with stuff like that. Like, I can't do disturbing things before I fall asleep because I have dreams. And they just, I don't know, I can't fall asleep like I used to. Like, that's why I like my cyberpunk books. They're not disturbing before I go to bed. Like, I don't know how I've read stuff like American Psycho or Hellraiser and then just go right on to sleep like nothing. Like, what's wrong with me? What a weirdo. Alright, I'm going to take a fluffy brush now, and no product on it. I'm just going to blend this out. Here's how I was going to do something kind of simple. Just going to start talking here. I like this shade. It's like almost black, but has that little bit of purpley brown in it. It's a pretty color. And I think there's something similar to it in the Vieve palette. It's just not quite as dark. I think it's a little more burgundy. But I feel like I could mix in another shade in this palette too. Kind of get that vibe. So I'm going to clean that little lay down brush off. I don't know why I have the towel over on that side. That's inconvenient. I'm going to take this shade called Play It Coal. Also doesn't look anything like coal. Is this burgundy kind of maroon shade right here. I'm going to put a little bit of that in with the previous shade. Kind of a little bit further up and out. go. Just want a little bit of that tone in there. Anyway, as is the monsters though, very cute. I enjoyed it. I like the guy that played Herman. I googled, or I looked up like the cast and stuff, because I was unfamiliar with the fellow that played Herman. Apparently he's in like all of Rob Zombie's movies and a lot of like B-movie type horror stuff. So I'm just really unfamiliar with him because I just don't watch any of that kind of stuff anymore. That dude is so cute. Ooh. I like the look of that guy. Do I have a type? I do. I really do. I very much go for the tall, dark, handsome type. Okay. Now what do I want to do that I've gotten this far? Let's jump in with a bit of Fascinated, which is this shade right here. I'm going to take that on my fluffy brush and kind of connect between these two shades. There we go. And blend up and out. I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. I don't know what I'm gonna wear for Halloween. I still have no idea what I'm gonna do as far as like a costume or anything goes. I'm just not, I guess, in the Halloween spirit as much this year. I think because I've just not been feeling great with the whole kidney stone. That kind of put a damper on my October. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of the shade for Granite, which is right above Obsidian. Ooh, see if we can do this with one hand. This one right here. I'm gonna try blending that in just a little bit. Oh, that's a nice tone. I think the only shade that we don't really have in here is kind of that charcoal shade. Like a charcoal shimmer. Silvery shade that's kind of bluish. We have a matte one like that in here. There's not really that shimmer, but that's okay. Okay. Now for the main part of the lid, let's see which shimmer speaks to me. Oh yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of this shimmer in the top row here called I Dig It, which is right here. I'll put a little bit of that across the lid in the blank spot. And I'm just gonna softly swiping that across for a little bit of glow right there. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. I know it looks like super messy right now, but don't worry, it's gonna look cool in a minute. As per usual, we're trusting the process around here. Just doing a little more back and forth blending. Alright, I'm gonna take a liner brush and take just a touch of the matte black in here, called Rock Bottom. And just dab it right there. And we'll take just a kiss of the silver. I mean, just a tiny bit. I'm just gonna touch there in the center. I am not a fan of silver eyeshadow. Like bright silver. Just want a little bit more something to catch the light right in the middle. And take a little bit more of Obsidian. I kind of just want the crease a little bit deeper in that area. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more of the plate coal. So a little bit more depth right in here. All right. Cool, let's tidy up the fallout. I think that is pretty much what I want to do on the eyes. About it. So I'm gonna take a little Q-tip here, a bit of my face primer that I used today, which is the NYX Marshmallow Primer, and just tidy up a little bit. A little bit of this fallout. Okay, now since I just did a video showing like my full face and all that, I'm gonna skip over foundation and contour concealer powder for this video. Just do a little blending right here on the edge. And go ahead and get that done, and then we'll be back for our finishing touches, and I'll see you in just a second. Face makeup is on. We are contoured and ready to finish up this lower lash line really quickly. I'm just gonna take a touch of the black eyeliner and just kind of dot it right there. And I have enough transfer down on this side. They don't really need to add any. But for this side, I'm just gonna put just a dot. And same over here. And I'm gonna grab my little smudgy brush. I can't remember what this brush is called. It's from Sony Kashik, and I need another one, but the name has rubbed off. But it's just such a tiny, like, perfect little brush. I think it was called like a detail brush or something. I'm just gonna smudge this out. But while I'm doing this on my face, I did use the number 7 Restore and Renew for my foundation. Milk Future Fluid Concealer. Fenty Cream Bronzer in Amber for contour. Film Star Bronze and Glow to warm up the face. And a little bit of the ABH translucent powder for under the eyes. And I dusted on a bit of e.l.f. Camo powder foundation on the rest of the face. And I feel like I probably went a little too much on the face makeup today. But I don't know, I just feel like we need a little more coverage today. It just felt right. I just go with what feels right on the day. And we're gonna jump back over to Stone Cold Fox. Oh, I forgot to touch my brows up. I knew I was forgetting something. And I'm going to take some more of Obsidian, which was that shade we used over the eyeliner originally. And I'm going to take it right here. And just run that across. And just letting everything flow. What on here? Up. In the same kind of lifted direction. And we go in the inner corner. Just a little bit. And I'm going to go to, what shade do we use? Fascinated. I'm going to take some Fascinated and just come on across this blank area. And just going to smooth everything out. And here I said I wasn't going to do anything too smoky. I am full of it. Let's see. Take some more of that Play It Cool, lighter, kind of burgundy-ish shade. Pull a little bit of that in there. Pretty. I actually really like this look a lot. And I'm going to take a little bit of the I Dig It shade that we used on the lid. Shimmer. Just a little kiss of it right there. I don't think I like that. I'm going to go back into Play It Cool and kind of cover that up. Alright, and I'm going to take my lay down brush and make sure nothing's on it. And just kind of blend a bit under here. No harsh edges. And touch up a little bit of I Can Dig It, or I Dig It. Okay, and that is the eyeshadow done. Let's brows up real quick before I move on to the mascara while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget. This is the NYX Thick It Stick It brow gel. And now I'm going to take a little bit of the Lift and Snatch. And before I do lashes, I'm going to take a little bit of liquid liner. Where did it go? This is also from Colleen Rothschild. This is the Precision Liquid Liner. I'm just going to put a little bit right here. Yeah, last night though with my friend's kid, he was wanting us to tell him ghost stories on the way home when we were bringing him home. Like, Boy, don't you come blaming us when you can't sleep tonight, okay? Mister, I want to be scared. So we were telling him any like spooky experiences that we had and stuff like that. It's so cute. He's such a sweet boy. So we're in the car, we're trying to think of like what's our creepiest stories or like experiences that we had to tell him, and then like, you know, on the spot you're like, So we just kept thinking of stuff the whole car ride home. I think I'm gonna take just a little bit. I'm at that like finishing up stage where I'm like, what else could we do here? What else could we add? Where's my fluffy brush? I'm gonna find a light. I'm gonna take the shade called Ghost Town right here. It's kind of like contoury type shade. Ooh, I'm just gonna come right here. Like Lift in Darkness right over here. Okay, and do a little mascara. This is also from Colleen Rothschild. This is Panoramic Mascara. Blush. For blush, I'm going to take Milani Nude Kiss from their Cheek Kiss. I think this color's nice because it can pull a little warm, a little cool. It's very neutral. I think this would just be like that perfect shade because I don't want to go super cool tone on the cheeks. I want to just bring a little warmth in since our eyes are so cool. Just pressing that into the skin nicely. Alright, and then for a little bit of highlighter, I'm going to go back to Film Star Bronze and Glow and take the highlight from this palette because it's just perfect. Just a perfect highlighter. Okay, and now lips. I'm going to take Boys Town from Colourpop, one of their lippy liners. What are they called? Lippy pencil. Also, I'm going to get the foundation off my lips because that drives me nuts. Okay, and for lipstick, I'm going to take the shade More Mocha from Maybelline Ultimates. My stomach is growling so loud. I'm starving. Kind of a cool tone, yet a little bit neutral lip, a little bit deep, but not like super duper dark. Now I'm gonna take the hair down. Let's see what's going on here. Me and my hair at odds today a little bit. It's kind of doing, I'm not sure what's going on. I tried to redo what I did the other day where I got the pretty like blowout look to my hair and it just did not work. I don't know what happened. I've got a lot of frizz today and I'm pretty sure it's because I've tried to brush out my hair, which happens when your hair is kind of curly. You brush it, things go a little frizzy. I have more of a wave today than a curl because of how I styled it, but things are just pretty frizzy over here. It doesn't look bad, it's just poofy. I'm not mad at it. We can make it work for today. Definitely got some volume. Which I'm not gonna fight. So, yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a little, maybe we'll do a little hair oil through. That might help tame it a little bit. Well, it's tamed for like 5 minutes and then it's gonna poof right back up. I think this is our look all complete. I love it. I think it's turned out so pretty. And yeah, it's definitely like I'd just wear it. Like even though I'm going to like a little Halloween event thing, this is just a look I would go for some nice cool tone glam. I think it's just really pretty. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky.